Get ready, it's the FAO Schwartz Gold Rush Race. 8 cars from the commemorative collector's set. They've qualified to determine matchups and lane starts. We start with match 1 in round 1. It was back in 1973 the Bone Shaker was released, with the reincarnation in 2006. We've got the latest Bone Shaker already in lane 1. The Aston Martin DB5 is all set in lane 2. The Gold Rush race is on. The Bone Shaker way out front. They take the first run, 1.554. It's the time to beat for the Aston Martin as they switch lanes. Bone Shaker, they're looking good early. See if they can do it again from the outside lane. Each match is 2 runs with a lane swap in the fast time, moving on to the second round. A little closer this run. The Bone Shaker, though, pretty good time, 1.550. Bone Shaker advancing to the fast 4 in the Gold Rush race round number 2. Next up, the 67 Gold Camaro weighs in at 34 grams. They'll be up against the Volkswagen T2 pickup at 35 grams. Pretty even matchup for this race. They're both staged and ready. Not great times, but that was a close race. The 67 Camaro across the line first, 1.616. It is now the time to beat if the Volkswagen T2 pickup hopes to advance in the FAO Schwartz Gold Rush race. They swap lanes, 67 Camaro to the outside lane. There you have it, the 67 Camaro makes it 2 straight. They improve their time and they will advance to the fast 4 in round 2. These Gold Edition cars, they look really good. And so far, the Bone Shaker is the fastest. Moving on to match number 3 in round 1. The Twin Mill Fantasy car scales in at 37 grams, all set to race the 71 Porsche 911 at the lighter 31 grams. Does the Porsche have the speed? Let's find out. Not enough on the first run. The Twin Mill takes the first race. They'll get ready and swap lanes for the next run. The 71 Porsche 911, they're going to have to beat a 1.601 to make the fast 4. Looks like the Porsche made some adjustments. They dropped the hood. The Porsche now ready in lane number 1. The Twin Mill slides over to lane number 2. I thought they might have had it, still not fast enough for the Porsche. It's the Twin Mill moving on. Third car to advance to the fast 4 as the Gold Rush race continues. It's the final match in round 1. The Gold Land Rover Defender, they passed inspection. They're lining up in lane 1. Versus the heaviest car in the FAO Schwartz Gold set, the Nissan Skyline 2000 GTX is ready in lane 2, 47 grams. A great first run for the Land Rover. They were so far out front, a 1.561. What a slow time for that Nissan Skyline. They'll need to beat a 1.561 if they hope to advance. The Nissan sets up in lane 1, the Defender revving the gas in lane 2. The Gold Defender dominates the match over a very, very slow Nissan Skyline. Not sure what their deal was, but they'll be back in the garage trying to figure it out. Land Rover Defender, the final car, moving on to the Fast 4. We started with 8 cars down to the Fast 4 in the FAO Schwartz Gold Rush race. The Bone Shaker put down the fastest run in round 1. They're back and match up versus the 67 Camaro in the Fast 4. Bone Shaker gets lane 1 first. The 67 Camaro idles ready in lane 2. 1.567 for the Bone Shaker on the first run, still looking like one of the favorites. They'll lane swap it. 67 Camaro is going to slip inside lane 1. They'll need to beat a 1.567. Bone Shaker rolls up in lane 2 as they get ready for the next race. Not even close. The Gold Bone Shaker again back-to-back wins. Now heads to the final and a chance at the top spot in the Gold Rush race. The other Fast 4 match features two middleweights at 37 grams each. The Twin Mill in Lane 1 was Hot Wheels' first full-scale replica car back in 2001. They'll be up against the gold Land Rover Defender. These two are staged for Race 1. The gold Land Rover stretches that lead on the straightaway to win Race 1. The Twin Mill, they're going to need to beat a 1.560 if they hope to make the final. They'll switch lanes for Race 2. Land Rover Defender gets Lane 1 this time. The Twin Mill fires up over in Lane 2. They are staged and ready. Let's run this one, find out. That Land Rover Defender, they do have some speed. A 1.558 this run sends the Twin Mill packing. Land Rover advancing to the final in the FAO Schwartz Gold Rush race. 8 cars from the Collector's Gold Box set down to the Fast 4. The final is set, but we start with the race for third place. The 67 Camaro, 34 grams, and the Twin Mill, 37 grams, set to go at it. 2 runs down the drag strip. Fastest time takes third place. 67 Camaro, Lane 1. The Twin Mill gets Lane 2. Oh, that was close. 67 Camaro edges out the Twin Mill on the first run. It's going to get interesting now. The Twin Mill has to beat a 1.602. Cars swap lanes. Who's going to want it more? Third place on the line. Here we go. And the Twin Mill does it. 1.601 beats the 67 Camaro's time of 1.602 on the first run. The gold Twin Mill is your third place finisher in the FAO Schwartz Gold Rush race. That was a fun finish. 8 gold cars from the FAO Schwartz Collector's Box set racing for the top spot brings us to the final match. And this should be a great matchup. Both cars turning the fastest times so far in the Gold Rush race. Bone Shaker, Idols ready in Lane 1. The gold Land Rover Defender stages Lane 2. This should be a good one. Another tight race at the finish. Gold Bone Shaker, 1/1000ths faster, 1.561 to a 1.562. The Land Rover Defender moving inside Lane 1. Has to beat that 1.561 if they want the top spot in the Gold Rush race. Can they do it? Let's find out. The Land Rover gets the win on that run, but a 1.564, it's not going to be fast enough to beat the Bone Shaker's 1.561 on the first run. Match and top spot to the Bone Shaker. Here are your final results and top speeds in the FAO Schwartz Gold Rush race. No cars were fast enough to crack the top speed ladder here at the track. But the Gold Bone Shaker, they're fast enough to rank number 5 in the 2022 fastest Hot Wheels. Thanks for watching the Hot Wheels Head-to-Head Racing channel. Until next time.